Hello, welcome back everyone to Friday Night Magic, and today we're going to just do Hazoret the Fervent. Check out the invocation card for this one. Anyway, Hazoret the Fervent. 4 mana, 5/4 indestructible haste, can attack or block unless you have 1 or fewer cards in hand, which is the effect that we're going to play around. And discard a card, Hazoret deals 2 damage to each opponent, which nobody reads. So, awesome! That's what we're doing. So the idea is we have 1 resilient card that'll carry us the whole way. That theoretically is what we're doing here, is this card start to finish effectively. Ish. Anyway, so deck works around that. So we have some Mox Amber to do some ramp afterwards. Some Lightning Axe to discard, get cards down. Magma Spray, just exile something. Who knows? Some Shock, some Soul-Scar Mage, some Shadow Spear. Now, Soul-Scar Mage is obviously assisting with the red-based removal, which is why it's important here. Like, we're not a low-to-the-ground deck whatsoever, but it is what it is. Shadow Spear, giving lifelink to this bad boy and girl, and putting some lifelink on that discard effect also quite helpful, and a little bit of trample. So you can't just chump block Hazoret forever either. That's kind of where that one goes. Some Abrade for... It's Brawl. Everyone's running some sort of artifact. You can almost guarantee Arcane Signet. So Abrade always has a target. Whatever. Lava Coil to deal with some exile, graveyard shenanigans, you know, that kind of thing. Some Lightning Strike for versatile removal. Magmatic Channeler. Help discard our cards and give us card advantage. That's the whole point towards this one. Scorching Dragonfire. Some pretty decent removal for red in general. Some Spitting Earth to, well, I mean, same idea. It's just a varied removal here. Thundering Rebuke, same idea. Arcane Signet for a little bit of our ramp. Heart of Kiran. We do have a commander that can crew Heart of Kiran, so Heart of Kiran, perfectly fine. Shatter Skull Smashing, just a little bit of versatile land. Some Bone Crusher Giant, because, well, we're in red, so seems reasonable. Furious Rise is a card that works well with our commander to keep giving us card advantage despite not actually drawing the cards. So, yeah, definitely keep our hand low while keeping the cards coming. Rampaging Ferocidon, naturally just deal with the Heliod deck instantly, because that's exactly what we're going to do with it. Sin Prodder as just a, this is the target you want to deal with, not Hazoret, not the big indestructible that's going to kick your butt. No, 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 this is your big problem right here. It's card advantage if they can't deal with it, and or it's them closing the game for us, however they want to look at it. Valakut Awakening, clean up the hand a little bit. Valakut Exploration, also pretty helpful for getting cards, well, cards not being in your hand, but, you know, nearby-ish. Glint-Horn Buccaneer would work with some of the discard effects. Obviously, a natural pair with Hazoret where we can get a few extra points of damage in. Phoenix of Ash, kind of card that we can discard, but it's also something a little bit more resilient where we can fire it in whenever we want and get a little more evasive. Heraldic Banner is the ramp, a card. We're mono red, so it's perfect. The Crone War to deal with big, chunky stuff. Chandra Fire Artisan, more card advantage, exile-based stuff, but additionally works well with Heart of Kiran, where you remove the loyalty counters and just start doming Planeswalkers or face. So that's another combo in the deck. Chandra Pyromaster, just more exile-based card, you know, that kind of thing. Just more card advantage, more card advantage. That's what we're dealing with. Same Chandra Torch of Defiance, same idea. Storm's Wrath is probably going to blow up every Planeswalker I mentioned, and every creature I mentioned, except for Hazoret. Unless creature an opponent controls. We're good to go! Soul-Scar Mage will not kill Hazoret. Our own Hazoret. Chandra Heart of Fire, another card that just flips top 3 cards every single turn and puts Hazoret into live mode. Even if we have cards in hand, we can get rid of those cards and work with what Chandra gives us rather than have Hazoret locked. Our Devastation, the only card in our deck that will be a non-bow with Hazoret, but it is a board wipe, and we want to kind of be clear. That said, how many times are they killing Hazoret? Honestly. Commander tax on Hazoret is going to be minuscule. If we need to fire out of Devastation, there's a good reason. And we can always recast. Chandra Awakened Inferno at the very top deal with those counterspell decks and just put a clock on the opponent. You know, just kind of, here's an emblem. That's hard to deal with. Now here's a Hazoret. Well, it's also hard to deal with. And both of them are coming in at you. For the lands, we've got Embreth for a little bit of pump. Just a itty bit of pump. Memorial to War if we need to kill a very key land. Field of the Dead, stuff like that. 22 Mountains. Ramunap Ruins for a little extra damage. And Detection Tower for hexproof or what have you in that sense. And that's the deck. Let's get into Historic Brawl. This will be the last video for it, the last night for it, honestly, until they actually put a permanent mode. They're putting a permanent mode in. Aren't you, wizards? That's right. Anyways, see you in the games. Right, we're on the play. We got some lands and some cheap spells to make sure Hazoret works. We got Chandra, my opponent net decked, so we're good to go. Let's see. They're mulling to sink the free mull. And since they're removal tribal, we're probably good to go in general, obviously. Hazoret's a little tougher to deal with than they would like. Temple of Abandon, sure. Opponent scries to the top, finding exactly what they need. Find a Lightning Strike, that's the card that we can immediately pitch or throw to face, you know, that kind of thing. But if they play a Mana Dork, we want to deal. They play a Mana Rock, we've got Abrade. And we most certainly want to Abrade. They're the kind of deck we want to shut them off their mana as soon as possible. And so we do. Play random map and pass the turn. Still got a few lands to go here. We're going to get Hazoret down, but probably not do anything with it immediately. That said, we'll probably have Shadow Spear on it by the time anything really happens there. Bayborough Elder, our opponent is just feeding this stuff to us. I can't, you know, I can't stress how good this is working out for us. Heart of Kiran. So we'll just play Hazoret. Can't attack or block right now, but we can get around to that. Play land, play Heart. Even if that's not the case, we still have Heart and all that going on here soon anyway. We've fought our opponent's mana heartily. Perfect. Well, we'll do this. And then we'll do this. And then we'll do this. And then we'll do this. No mana for you. And we'll swing in with Hazoret. Nice Mox Amber draw. And now we're down to one card. We have no card advantage cards, though. Keep in mind. Our opponent struggling to get Niv Mizzet mana out. Looks like they've got something for Chandra. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. They have something. They're trying to figure out how to use it. Alright. Awakened Inferno. That's on there. Then we'll Heart. And then I'm going to equip. Go like this for now. Now I have something protective for Heart. Our opponent is most likely to play multicolored cards in this sense, so we'll see. Also, wham in with the 6/5 trample. Get wrecked. Alright, we're at 31, they're at 12. I like how this clock is going here. Oh, wait, never mind, they're at 11. So if they play Niv Mizzet, we just don't care? To put it simply, we just don't care? If Niv Mizzet's their play, we're fine, honestly. Vraska's not a big deal. Okay, you knock out Heart of Kiran. You got it. You do realize I'm going for your face. Like, that's all we need to do. We just need to go face. So, take up. Play mountain. So we can attack. Attack face. Put you to 5. Play Sin Prodder. We have Ramunap Ruins for extra reach later. For this one, we're just going to fire up this. Pass the turn, I guess. Put them to 3. We don't have lethal, so no point to the Ramunap. Here you go. I made these for you. So Sin Prodder is our first card advantage card, period. And, yeah, well, we'll see. Oath of Kaya. Buying some time. So Nib Mizzet deck is just a pile of removal. I mean, we're pretty strong in removal here because there's a lot of situations where we have to fire off multiple pieces of removal. That, you know, in our tougher matches. Our opponent's going to just go to 7. We're just going to keep ticking up with Chandra Awakened Inferno to the point where they can't keep up. Kaya I don't care about. Like, they're going to die now. They got nothing left. I'm ignoring the Planeswalkers because they're just totally pointless. They don't deal with Hazoret. They don't even register on Hazoret's radar. Like, they are going to die. Thundering Rebuke. I mean, that's a card, I guess. Tick up. 1 card in hand, we're ready to attack. Oh, we should do that check every single time we go into combat. Alright, they're at 3. Your move. Can you beat this damage? You have an upkeep to figure this out. And they can't. Hazoret is really hard to deal with, and that's how you beat these decks, is the fact that they have to have very specific removal. We're on the draw. We have something to deal with Campbell. We have something to deal with Campbell, and we have some lands. Campbell, by the way, says whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, they lose 2 life. Well, you know, they drain us for 2. So, our solution to that, we kill Campbell and make sure he never comes back. After that, Hazoret. Hazoret. Hazoret will deal with things. Chandra will be our card advantage, and that's really our plan. So we, you know, kill him, and go from there. Keep. Planes from our opponent. Healer's Hawk. I mean, that's a card, I suppose. I'm just going to drop Amber right now, so I don't forget later. I just have to remember that it's not online for now, that's all. This doesn't matter. We'll hold up Abrade, I guess. Sajiri's Shelter. Glacier. That's a card. That's their plan, then fine. I mean, honestly, we're just going to keep casting things. Shatterskull Smashing is a card that I'm strongly considering turning into a land. We'll see how this goes. Turn 3 is the best turn for this particular card. So we definitely want to kill Campbell. Really just kind of drains us for a long time. Bird we'll figure out later. And that is... yeah, we're going to have to throw down Smashing. Or Hammer Pass. That guy. And then... Thundering Rebuke. Good old sorcery speed, something or other. We get to a Abrade at instant speed, then so be it, but right now sorcery speed is totally fine. Since they showed me the Glacier, that means that I'm more inclined to do that when they tap out. And just get rid of it. Pridemate, because our opponent will always draw Pridemate. Like, always draw Pridemate. And then they will cast nothing else. And that is our perfect time. Spitting Earth. It turns out they had nothing. It just died, which is great. Yup. Alright, well, there's not much I can do about this. They happen to have, just like Healer's Hawk and Johnny's Pridemate Luris in their singleton deck, nice and ready, so that I can't do anything about it. Like, what the hell? That's right. You're not the only one that can draw a perfect opponent. Get that crap out of here. Okay, Campbell. Speaker of the Heavens. Sure. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I play one, then we have 6 mana. So not much of anything here. Seven more life than your starting life total. Well, shit. There is no situation I can create here where I can deal with that. Where it doesn't produce angels. This is just a Pridemate deck drawing all of the usual hits that it always hits every single time. Because Pridemate deck's got to be this every time. I can't stop the angel. Why would they send that in? Fine. They didn't activate it. Heads up, they didn't activate it. It's not an instant speed effect. They can't do that. Anyways, I think we'll just Chandra Fire Artisan, they get the drain. Like, the angels are coming now as soon as they fucking catch on anyway. They'll do it next turn. I think we find a way to deal with the card. Not the case here. Okay. Sin Prodder. We'll turn this around and start working on them. Hazoret the Fervent goes in. This knocks down their life total a chunk. Perfect. There. Like, I guess that's something we can do. I guess. So they dealt with Sin Prodder, which is, who cares? Archon of Emeria doesn't matter. We have all the stuff on the table here. Sure. Take more. Okay, we'll see what our top card is. Okay, Campbell's tough here, but we can turn this around with Shadow Spear. So Archon of Emeria. That's gone. Shock this. They're holding up something, don't know what it is, don't care. We're going in. And we just gained all that life back. So Campbell, although keeping them rather afloat, yeah, sure, Tab Rocks, sure. How's this guy matter to me? Giant Killer. Playing as the Giant Killer, sure. Lifelink has more counters on it, doesn't have counters. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, put a counter on it. Sure. Sure. Okay. No big deal. We do have to find a new card advantage outlet here. They're going to shut down Hazoret, and I need to be able to deal with all of this. Memorial to War. Not doing much right now. That's double land. That kind of sucks. We're just sending in Hazoret, I suppose. We can play the mountain. I'm not really worried, or we can discard the memorial, actually. If you block with that, I'm over the moon, just saying. Yeah, we play the mountain, and then we discard Memorial to War unless our opponent gives us a reason to do anything else. It's probably the best way to go about it. That's fine. Sure. So we don't have to play into Hazoret's shenanigans whatsoever. We're taxing them pretty hard here already. There are the cards. We can do this now. Until we find a Giant Killer killer. Giant Killer! Why are you tapping upkeep? Oh, fine, sure. Whatever. Don't care. Chill on it. Something may change. Chill on it. Conditions may change. We wait. Until our opponent, if they just attack, then we're good. Sure. Or damage, doesn't matter. And then we Scorching Dragonfire. Nothing changed. We'd get drained for 2. It's no big deal. Giant Killer gets killed by Dragonfire. And it's down. Our turn. Our opponent has the upkeep stop once again. Valakut Exploration's real good. Alright. Swing in. Gain that 6 back. Woo, yeah. Yeah, I don't care. We got Valakut Exploration. That's our card advantage here. Felidar Retreat. Our opponent doing all the right things. Was it a land they held? It was a land they held. Making a cat? No, you're just putting counters on things. Sure. So this is 6 versus 6, but I have the lifelink, so whatever. Swing. I didn't cross-check in my mind the amount of cards in hand, so whoops. Okay. How do we use you? I could just tick it up. If they don't draw a land, then I get to do it next turn too. But they just drain for 2. I could just... Nah, I could just discard it at this point. Campbell says I shouldn't play this card. That can actually deal with my Shadow Spear. They will be doing some uncomfortable blocks now. And swing. They can't let a single point through. That'll do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mana's kind of tapped down. I'd say... Yeah, we have to get rid of the 3/4. That just gives them a commander again. No, let's get rid of the 3/3. We'll do it this way. Now, we just have to watch their conditions of gaining life. Hazoret can just deal 4 over the course of 2 turns. I throw this card, I untap, I throw the next card. That's our plan. Bounty Agent Should it go? Take out Shadow Spear, then fine. Valakut Rebirth. Okay. Our opponent can't do anything. And throws it away for 2 damage. I mean, Valakut Rebirth, to be fair, was not doing anything at that point. Our opponent had a cool play at the end. It's just a little too low to enact it. We did get our cards late, but there was a little less time on the clock than I thought. They ran out of gas. We ran out of gas. I had indestructible gas, so, you know, I had stronger gas than they did. Alright, we're in. We're on the draw. We're up against Krenko 10th Street Kingpin. And I would probably just walk away from this match immediately if I did not have Hour of Devastation in my hand. Straight up. This deck is stupid resilient, and you just need, like, you need a deck that's like 50% board wipes to take it down. So yeah, this is where I'm sitting on this. I have 1 to start, and we'll go with that. Shadow Spear not so hot for us either. Lava Coil is helpful. I am going to go with the Shatter Skull Smashing. I need to make sure all my mana appears at all times, no matter what. We have to just tax the bejesus out of Krenko, basically. Like, I don't care about 1/1s. The 1/1s are fine. We'll deal with them. Like, that's what Hour's for. We deal with Krenko on every step here. We tax it, tax it, tax it, tax it. So we never, never... freaking banner, though. Okay. Now Krenko costs 5. Chandra Heart of Fire is basically just a dud versus this, but it's better with Hazoret in play. Relic Robber, don't care. Again, just doesn't matter. It's not the kind of card that bothers me. That's not bad. I think it's a banner. Banner in red. Pass the turn. Watch out for this Relic Robber. Basically, Chandra Heart of Fire can deal with Relic Robber on a straight up situation. But I'd rather not have to force it out. There's the next Krenko. Actually, no. Yeah, let's deal with the Relic Robber. I thought Krenko was a 2-3. It's only when they attack that it becomes a 2-3. Which means that we can gem this Chandra Heart of Fire very easily. And just deal 2 damage to Krenko. That's something a little more reliable. Let's play this Mox Amber as well. And just be ready. I mean, we'll just keep firing it. It's cost 7 for Krenko, so not quite worth it. Not anymore. Rash Taunter. Lol. I just play Hazoret, right? But then they fight it. Tough scenario, though. Really. Alright, fine. Go away. Go away. That was a very, very one, that's for sure. That was not pleasant. More goblins. They just keep coming. They just freaking keep coming. Oh yeah, and by the way, they have shock. Okay, fine, whatever. Oh. You know what? Whatever. It wants to unintelligently use mana, fine. I gotta pass the turn. My god. My life total. My life total. Not so great here. Opponent, 5 mana. Cranko cost 7. They do something with Battle Rattle Shaman. That's not the card I worry about. The Ozolith, which does what? I suppose it works with Cranko. Sure, target creature gets +2/+0, fine. Hit 1. Sure. I'll totally freaking trade that. Nope, they will not trade. Okay, we are at this spot where everything sucks and they're a go wide deck. What can I say, right? Shock's got to be for very key targets. Hazoret should be generally fine here, like there should be no real issues. Shadow Spear, I believe, is X-proof. Okay, sure. That's actually a problem, that it knocks down the indestructibility of it. I didn't consider that. I can force the trade and then just recast Hazoret. I don't see any reason why I can't. Yeah. Oh, wait. Maybe I should actually, like, you know, discard the card. That'd be pretty good, too. Oops. I'm never defending with Hazoret. What can I say? Our opponent's playing a go wide deck and it's really stressing me out. Like, a lot. Fine. Whatever. Go away. Fine. Let's just not make that mistake again. Throw everything. I'll get rid of this too. Alright. So anything I have to actually take care of or keep account of, we got out of the way. We're done. Alright, let's not have playable cards again. No card advantage tools whatsoever. None. Our opponent just straight up go wide. I have to do this trade. I have no problem doing this trade though. Inordinate Rage? Sure. Sure. Anything else that I need to know about? First strike. Son of a... Fine. I forgot this is a deck of 99% combat tricks. Our opponent good games me. Why? Do you have 3 damage as well? Do you? No. That's too many lands in a row. That's too many lands in a row. Whatever. Okay, so deck is okay. Did the thing, mostly. The goblins tore us apart, though. That's definitely one of those matchups where when I see goblins, I'm just like, well, hopefully they get mana screwed and, you know, I actually have a chance of winning. I don't account for goblins or any go wide strategy in general. Like, I have a couple board wipes just as a clutch trigger, not for I have to cast one of these every turn for the rest of the game type of effects, which is kind of where we were starting to get to be, where I needed to just have some removal and just deal with all of their things until they just ran out of gas. But that never really happened. I ran out of gas, and so that just didn't work out. Otherwise, deck has plenty of removal for other situations when it's not drawing lands. Totally possible. There are a lot of lands in the deck, keep in mind, because we'll be pitching extras, or we have, like, this activated abilities. Activated ability, and so on and so forth. Like, they exist. Well, I mean, there's a few. Glint-Horn Buccaneer would be another example of that. So yeah, with a few activated abilities thrown into the mix, maybe we need a little bit more than that, something else to throw into the mix, because discarding cards fine, but maybe an ability to work further, something like Maze Mind Tome maybe. Probably be a good example of a card that would be fine, where we can scry if we don't want to draw that extra card, or we can draw cards when we really need them, and Hazoret's totally fine. So that's probably one major edit I would put in somewhere. With that, hope you guys enjoyed. Take care. I'll see you later.